I watch a lot of professional play. Whether it's ranked, official matches, or 10-mans, watching pros play is a great way to improve. One pro that has recently stood out to me is Immortals Sero. She's an underrated aimer in the professional scene, and after watching her gameplay, you might be able to argue that she's one of the best. On top of all this, she finishes Radiant every single act. And on top of that, she's also a Reyna main. And Reyna sucks. To be able to do all of this while playing one of the worst agents in the game is something else. So let's break down why Immortal Sero is one of the best aimers out there. First of all, Sero has been tearing up the game changer scene. Just take a look at her stats. With well over 1.0 KD on almost every agent she's played, she has to be doing something that the rest of us aren't. These stats are simply unreal, especially on support agents. On characters like Sova or Breach, you're the one setting up your teammates for frags, not really getting them yourself. Here's a clip of her dominating the Cloud9 white roster.
Great. Close corner.
Half ball.
Go from close corner. Can we double switch? Tunnel, ready?
Her mechanics are just satisfying to watch. They're so smooth. She's crazy in professional play and in ranked. Nothing changes. Here's some of her most recent games played, and she's destroying other pro players as well. Here's a clip that she hit on C9 Curry.
Scanning ahead.
Last player.
What? No!
To be able to hit a shot on someone jump spotting like that is insane. Not everyone has the reaction time and read to be able to clutch up a round like this. And here's her destroying some more pros. She peaked at 950 RR, and as I'm writing this video, she's top 8 Radiant. Something most of us only dream about. She gets pros in her games all the time and stunts on them just as easy. She's good, like really good. So now you might be asking, how can I get this good? Well, like in many of our other guides we made, the answer is practice. And yeah, that's it. By visiting her Twitch, she tells you about how she's been playing tech FPSs since she was 9 years old. Yeah, when I was 9 years old, I was shoving crayons up my nose. And the cool thing about her as well is that she also aim trains, but doesn't even have a routine. She's hitting clips like these without an aim training routine. Now,
Up gen. Let's go.
Now, one thing that interested me about her bio is that she mentions that she uses this thing called Accel. I did a bit more research, and what I found is that her and several other professional players use this program called Raw Accel. What this program does is allow your sense to increase the faster you move, meaning that if you're making micro adjustments, you'll keep a lower sense. But if you make quick, fast flicks like a 180, you'll be on a high sense. Now, some pros use this, some don't, some call it bogus, and some will die by it. But here's a better explanation of it.
What is mouse accel? Mouse acceleration is when the distance your cursor moves on the screen is dictated by the speed of your mouse. This is me flicking around without mouse accel. I can barely turn 90 degrees. On raw accel, this appears as a flat line on the sensitivity graph. With mouse acceleration on, I can turn around 180 degrees much more comfortably.
I mean, you could honestly go down a pretty deep rabbit hole when it comes to raw Accel and the curves and everything that they do with it, but it seems that a lot of people really like it. Sero uses it, so it can't be hurt to at least try it. I mean, I gave it a shot as well, and I like it. I'm a low sense player, and flicking across my screen can sometimes, be a pain. I'll run out of mouse pad, and it just gets awkward. But with this program, I'll be a low and high sense gamer. You get the advantages of both. And I know some people think that you shouldn't mess with your muscle memory by using this. But hey, everyone is different and I like it. And since we're on the topic of cursors and acceleration, one setting that you want to make sure you have turned off is called Enhance Pointer Precision. This is bad. It quote unquote enhances precision for the mouse cursor and desktop use, which is not a one-to-one comparison with what you'll be experiencing in Valorant. Windows mouse acceleration is way too fast and impossible to fine-tune for you as an individual. You won't be able to build muscle memory off this. Raw Accel, on the other hand, is customizable, will only move faster when you want it to, allowing you to build consistent muscle memory from it. If you want to turn this off, go to Settings, click on Mouse, select Additional Mouse Settings under the Related Settings, then switch to the Pointer Options tab, then untick the Enhanced Pointer Precision box. select apply, then okay. If you had that applied, Valorant is going to feel like a brand new game. So make sure before you play ranked, you hop into a few death matches and get used to it. Alright, now we're talking about crosshairs. So just like Tens, Yay, and Cryo, you should really add Sero to the list of people you should watch if you want to aim like no other. We went through her settings, stats, and some gross clips, but now it's time we break down some of her highlights, what she's doing, and how you can replicate some of this in your own games. Watch this clip. And while that plays, I want you to think about what Sero does in this clip that no one else does. In our previous guides, we talked about how the Phantom and Vandal have different times it takes for them to reset their recoil. What people seem to forget is that this applies to every weapon. In this clip, Sero uses her Ghost perfectly, and she lets the recoil reset after every shot. In these clips, she wipes the enemy teams with her Ghost.
So, nice bomb site, one,
Could be yellow.
both.
Very yellow.
Get mid fight, my kitchen.
Blinding.
What I see from everyone is that they just spam their Ghost and just pray that the shots land. And then they complain that the Ghost is a horrible weapon. It's not bad, you just have to know how to use it and play to its strengths. For our last clip, I want to show off this play from Icebox. The thing about this map is that agents like Jett, Reyna, or Chamber want to push up and take aggressive duels. As attackers, you have to clear so many vertical angles, and as defenders, you have to defend from so many vertical angles. So if you're playing on Icebox, you want to make sure that you're abusing them, no matter what side you're on. In this last clip, Sero uses that vertical advantage I talked about to make it awkward for attackers to fight her.
One more.
She then realizes that there's two more under pipes. Notice how she purposely isolates each enemy and then gets clean headshots off. She's clean, and one of the best aimers that Valorant has to offer. But this was all just one of many in-depth guides that we have on our website though. Also, if you want a chance at having your VOD reviewed, be sure to subscribe to our website at SkillCapped.com. As I mentioned, we also have tons of Radiant Smurf commentaries, where we have Radiant players walk you through exactly how to have the most impact possible in a bunch of different situations. It's also backed by a rank improvement guarantee, and the reason to do that is because you're just that confident that our service works. And if it doesn't work, then you shouldn't pay. So what are you waiting for? You got nothing to lose. Head on over to SkillCapped.com and get started on your way to that rank that you deserve. So hopefully you guys now have another player you can watch if you want to improve mechanically at the game. Sero is an amazing player with out-of-this-world mechanics. As I said, by studying professional players, you can improve yourself, and you could learn a lot from this pro. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel down below. It really does help us out. And that's all for us. I'm Teets, and we here at SkillCapped want to thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.